And so the article begins with a sentence. It's a talking dog. This is amazing. No wonder this dog has a job. Of course, the writer is telling us what the dog would say if it could speak. And it says, "Hi, I'm Rosie, and I'm a Labrador Retriever." All right, so with the name Rosie, I'm guessing this is a girl dog. And a Labrador Retriever is a very popular breed or type of dog. They're usually quite large, they're golden, they have beautiful long hair, and they're very patient, right? They say they're good dogs for kids. They learn very quickly, they don't get angry, they usually have a good mood about them. So they're great dogs for working with people or taking care of kids or just as a family dog.
所以一开始的课文呢，我们看到的不是真的会说话的狗 ，OK？ 它是以狗狗当第一人称来叙述今天的课文。那我们来认识它一下吧。它的名字叫做 Rosie，OK？ 那它是一个什么呢 ？Labrador Retriever。我们都知道拉布拉多就是小拉拉 ，OK？ 对不对？没错，它其实就长得有点像小拉。但是呢 ，Retriever、Golden Retriever 的话，如果我们在讲黄金猎犬，英文就是 Golden Retriever。其实它的毛比较多 ，Golden Retrievers they're more hairy, right? They have longer hair. 那个拉布拉多犬呢，其实呢，它们是比较温驯的，比较乖的。所以接下来我们就看到它到底这个身负重责的工作是什么 ？Okay, so what's her job, right, Rosie?
Well, she tells us next. She says, "I'm a guide dog." Ah, yes, a very common type of working dog. A guide dog's job is basically to help blind people or people whose eyes don't work very well to help them find their way around the city. Make sure that people can get from place to place safely, especially when doing dangerous things like crossing the street and staying away from cars and stuff like that. The guide dog can lead the blind person.
哇 ，OK， 所以呢，对于这个像是眼睛是有状况或者是盲人来讲，就是 blind people， 他们就需要这个 Rosie 来帮他们怎么样当做向导。所以呢，这里我们认识到，就是 Rosie 它是一个 a guide dog， 它是只导盲犬。And what's a guide dog?
Well, we're going to have to find out. Guide dog is one of our word power words, I believe, isn't it? Okay. So guide dog, G-U-I-D-E, guide dog, D-O-G, guide dog. Guide dog. Yes, of course, this is a noun since we're talking about an animal, a dog. But this, as I said earlier, is a special dog. A guide dog is trained to help blind people, to guide them. To guide is to lead someone, to show them the way or show them how to get to a place. Guide dogs are trained for several years, and they are very, very special and very, very helpful to blind people. Now, if you see a blind person with a guide dog out there in the streets or on a bus or a subway, remember, that's not a pet they're with. It's a working dog. So don't go up to the dog, don't pat the dog, leave the dog alone. It's working, it's doing its job as a guide dog. For example, the guide dog led the man to the store. The guide dog led the man to the store.
没错，如果下一次你看到一个视障者，也就是刚刚我们提到的 blind person，a blind person， 他可能牵着他的导盲犬，也就是 guide dog，do not play with them，OK， 不要跟这个狗狗们玩 ，OK， 因为它 it's just doing its job，right， 它是在做它的工作 ，OK， 就像刚刚我们看到的例句 ，OK，the guide dog led the man to the store， 意思就是那个导盲犬把男人带领到商店 ，OK，guide 其实还有这个向导的意思哦。
Okay, let's get back to the article. Rosie is still talking, and next she says, "I started training for my job at 2 months old." Wow, they really begin very young.
OK， 所以其实呢，我们要知道这个导盲犬的工作是非常重要的。那他们是多早开始做训练？我们从课文学到，像这个 Rosie， 她是在2个月大的时候开始训练的耶。Okay, and we see this word train.
Yes, train is our next word power word. Train, T-R-A-I-N. Train. Now, to train here is, of course, a verb. We're not talking about a choo-choo, a train. That's a noun. When we use train as a verb, basically it's kind of like to teach. When you train someone or something, you're teaching it often by doing the same action over and over and over again. So you wouldn't say, for example, I'm going to university to train to be a doctor. No, you're going to learn. Someone will teach you to be a doctor or, teach you about things in school. But if you're learning how to teach an animal or a young child to do something, then you might use this word train, because they're not going to learn by reading a book. They're going to learn by doing the action again and again and again until it becomes part of their normal behavior. That's how you train a dog, for example. We could say, Joyce trained her dog to get the newspaper. Joyce trained her dog to get the newspaper.
That's right. Let's take a look at this word train, and it's used as a verb, so it's not the to train. Okay. 所以这里的 train 当然不是火车啦，它是当做动词来用，表示训练。所以我们常常会听到 training，like teacher training，就是师资培训这样子的一个用法。所以刚刚的例句我们来看一下，就是 Joyce 啦。Joyce she trained her dog to get the newspaper. Joyce 她训练她的狗狗去拿报纸。I hope I can train my dog to do other things like do my homework. Is that possible?
Well, you could probably train him to do your homework, but it would be wrong.
Okay.
You would get a bad grade.
Okay, so let's continue reading next. What do we see? Okay, we read, for example, first, I learned to be good. Okay, so
that's one of the simple things the dogs will train in when they're very young. Learn to be good, basically. Don't cause problems. Don't chase cats. Don't bite people. Don't go pee-pee on the floor.
Don't get distracted. Basically.
Exactly. Basic dog skills. Yeah. For example, it says, I learned simple commands like sit, stay, and come. Yeah, those are some simple things. Many people will try to train their dog to learn. Sit down, put your bum on the ground. Stay, so tell the dog to stay there while you walk away. Make sure the dog doesn't follow you. And then come, so when you're standing far away, you give a signal or say a word, and then the dog will get up and walk over to you.
I wish I could train my sister's kids to be as good as Rosie. Okay, 首先呢 ，OK， 她要先学习如何 be good， 就是听话。例如像什么呢？像是很简单的命令语，像是坐下啦，或者是 sit，right， 或是 stay 等 ，OK， 不要动 ，and come 就是过来。And then we see this word command.
Yes, it's another word power word. Command, C-O-M-M-A-N-D. C-O-M-M-A-N-D. Command. Now it can be a verb or it can be a noun, like we're using it in our sentence. A command is like an order. When someone tells you to do something, they're not asking, they're not saying, please, they're saying, do this thing. Teachers will command their students in the classroom. Parents might command their children. Or in the army, generals will command the soldiers to do something. The soldiers can't say, nah, we don't want to do that. If someone gives you a command, you have to do it. For example, you have to jump when I give the command. You have to jump when I give the command.
Is that a good jump?
That was a very good, but I didn't give you the command yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll do that later.
Okay, command 就是命令的意思，在这里是当做名词来用。刚刚的例句就说，当我给你命令的时候，你要记得跳。Okay, let's continue reading. It says, I also went out every day. I would visit banks and shops. 就是我每天会出门，我会去拜访银行啊，还有店家。
And then it says, I also took the bus and train. It was good practice.
OK， 所以他有去这个搭公车跟火车，这些都是很棒的练习哦。I quickly felt comfortable in many different places. 很快就能适应各个地方。
Yeah, and then when I turned 14 months old, so just over 1 year, I started guide dog school. So this is when the real training starts for the young guide dogs. And at guide dog school, it says I learned many important things. For example,
I learned to lead a person in a straight line. OK， 学习如何带领一个人走直线哦。Straight?
Yes, straight. It's one of our word power words. It's our final one for today. It's an adjective. S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T, straight. Straight is a fairly simple adjective to understand. It's a line or something that goes in one direction only. It doesn't bend, it doesn't curve, it doesn't twist around like an S. If you think of the letter I, that is one straight line. The letter T is two straight lines, one on top of each other. As long as the line is going in one direction and not changing direction, that line is a straight line. For example, Addie combed her straight hair. Addie combed her straight hair.
OK， 我们刚刚看到的 straight 就是直的这样的意思，它是个形容词，像是 straight line 直线，或是 straight hair， 像是刚刚的例句 Addie 她梳她的 straight hair 就是直发。
Now, of course, when you're walking on the street, you usually go in a straight line.
That's true.
That's the fastest way to go. But as the article continues, it says, I also learned to watch out for curbs, stairs, and obstacles. These are things that might stop you from going in a straight line. The curb is that little step from the sidewalk onto the street. All right, stairs, of course, going down into a subway or up into a building. And obstacles, things in your way, like a mailbox or a garbage can or a motorcycle here in Taiwan that might be parked on the sidewalk.
没错，当然也要注意怎么样道路的 curbs 就是边缘，还有阶梯以及障碍物，也就是 obstacles. And last we read, it was hard work but very fun. 是个辛苦的工作，但也很有趣哦。Let's now go to our wrap up.
Wow, there are many things for the young guide dog to learn.
I know. I wish I could actually, get involved into this training process because I really want to know how they do it. It's really good.
You have to be really patient and also you have to work with
doing an
smart
amazing job.
animals. Yeah,
right.
We're going to learn more about it though tomorrow. So please come back as we continue through Guide Dog School with our friend Rosie, the Labrador Retriever.